MSU TV is on the air, bringing you the best student-produced educational, entertaining, and informative programming. Broadcasting out of Breckenridge Hall on the campus of Morehead State University, MSU TV is signing on.
Good evening and welcome to NewsCenter. I'm Don Young.
And I'm Nina Cottle. This is your news for October 18th, 2012.
Vice President Joe Biden and Republican nominee Paul Ryan faced off at Center College for the vice presidential debate last Thursday. NewsCenter's Hardy Breeding was in Danville for the story.
The small town of Danville, Kentucky was transformed into the center of American politics for Thursday's vice presidential debate. This is the second time that Center College has hosted the event, the first being in 2000. NewsCenter explored the downtown area to get the locals' thoughts on the event.
There was an adopt a fire hydrant, and you could paint a hydrant, and preferably with patriotic colors, of course, red, white, and blue. And everyone's been really excited. Everyone I've talked to has been really excited to have this attention on our small town.
I will be watching it. They'll probably broadcast it out in front of Old Center, so I'll be watching it with the Center community. This is my first election. I turned 18 in May. I think it's really important because I feel that the people that we're voting for are starting into adulthood, so we're representing our generation. And so I think it's important for the young ideologies to be represented because it's our America now.
Andy Barr, a part-time MSU professor, is running for U.S. Congress in November. He says the economy is the main issue at a state and federal level.
Well, of course, the state of Kentucky does have its own debt problems. I'm running for Congress, and so the issues that will be facing relate to the federal budget. And we have a jobs crisis in this country, but we have another crisis, and that is a national debt crisis. 1 in 2 recent college graduates is either unemployed or underemployed. That's a startling statistic. And our national debt is now larger than the size of the entire United States economy. And we're literally mortgaging our children's future. We're on a path to bankruptcy. We can't continue down this road. We've got to force the government to start living within its means.
While the vice presidential debate may not sway voters like a presidential debate, it is still important for voters to see who the president's right-hand man will be. From Danville, Kentucky, reporting for NewsCenter, this is Hardy Breeding.
The next presidential debate is in Lynn College in Florida on Monday, October 22nd. Election Day is 19 days away.
Now for a look at some news from across the state. A Los Angeles man shouted anti-abortion slogans from atop a tree during the vice presidential debate in Danville. Says he plans to hold a rally in the central Kentucky town. The charges of disorderly conduct against 47-year-old Rives Grogan has been dropped. Grogan tells the Advocate Messenger he plans to hold an anti-abortion rally Saturday in front of the Boyle County Courthouse in Danville. He says he is a minister who has been arrested up to 30 times for protesting abortion and gay marriage. A few days before the debate, Grogan had been arrested for running across the field during a Cincinnati Reds game.
Police are questioning 2 people in connection to an early morning robbery, but they think the suspect who actually pulled off the crime is still on the run. He is described as a heavy-set black man who is around 5'9". He was wearing a black hoodie, jacket, and jeans. Lexington police were first called to the Shell station on Sarin Drive around 3 this morning for a report of a robbery. After grabbing some cash, the clerk inside says the men then took off in a green Toyota Corolla. Police were able to track that Corolla to a home nearby Victoria Way. They took 2 men inside the car to the police station for questioning. No one has been charged at this time.
A Western Kentucky boy whose fight against cancer inspired people around the world has died. The Prayers for Lane Goodwin Facebook page says the 13-year-old died Wednesday night. He was surrounded by his family at the time. Lane, who was from McLean County, had battled a rare form of brain cancer the last few years. Celebrities around the world took pictures giving a thumbs up for Lane. As a show of support, the Facebook page had more than 300,000 likes.
We'll be right back after a quick break with a look at weather with Haley Murphy and NewsCenter Notices featuring Nate Merritt.
At the Morehead State University Recreation and Wellness Center, have the time of your life getting in shape. Free of charge to all students.
Hungry and only have a short break? Come to A-Duck. Come enjoy favorite restaurants such as Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, Pio, Croutons, and Asian Express. Get in and get out fast. Quick and yummy.
I'm so freaking bored. I cannot handle another hour of the Kardashians.
I wish we'd go bowling.
Me too.
Great.
Your wish has come true. Wilson Lanes, located inside of Laughlin Health Building on campus, has 6 lanes of pure bowling fun, and now with automated scoring. $2 per game and a $1 shoe rental. How could you pass this up?
All that we are is the result of what we have thought. The mind is everything. What we think, we become. I'm Tony Hobbs, host of MSPR's new show, Good Vibes. Each week, I'll be sifting through hours of material to bring you the best in adult alternative music. You can expect to hear from bands such as Coldplay, Mumford & Sons, The Kicks, and much more. Good Vibes, Mondays from 7 to 10 p.m. on Morehead State Public Radio.
Welcome back to NewsCenter. Right now we'll take a brief look at your weather. Currently you can see in Morehead it's around 61 degrees outside. Definitely an overcast day outside. We've seen a lot of showers throughout the day, and we'll see a few more a little bit later this evening, but they'll clear up a little bit more tonight. Take a look at record temperatures. As you can see, in 1959, we had a record high of 87 degrees, and in 1948, a low of 24 degrees. So nowhere near either of those today, definitely more towards the high, which we'll welcome that as winter weather quickly approaches. Take a look at your radar across the state, courtesy of WKYT. You can see some definite showers moving our way through the evening and into this weekend. Not too much around us right now, but we'll have more and more heading this way overnight. Some scattered showers and a little bit of storms possible. Take a look at your temperatures across the state. You can see 67 near Bowling Green, 64 in Louisville, 63 in Frankfort, and 62 in Covington. On our side, towards the east, you can see 61 in Lexington, 60 in London, 57 in Jackson, and 57 in Ashland as well. So low 60s across the state, not too bad for this time of year. We'll definitely see temperatures cooling down a little bit before it heats up a little bit more next week, so be prepared for that. Should be some more showers coming into this weekend, but we'll take a more in-depth look at that later on. Right now, we're going to NewsCenter Notices with Nina Cottle.
Welcome to NewsCenter Notices. Here with us today we have Nate Merritt. He's the host of our sister program here at MSU and a graduate student. Also, he's a cast member of the MSU's theater department's newest musical, Evil Dead.
Yes, I've been doing well. Thank you for having me.
Good. It's a pleasure to have you here. Can you just tell us a little bit about the play Evil Dead, the musical that's going on here?
Yeah, sure. It's if you've ever seen the movies Evil Dead 1 and Evil Dead 2, which is kind of sort of a remake of Evil Dead 1, and then Army of Darkness is the third. They're kind of a mesh of all three of those. There's a lot of lines from Army of Darkness that are incorporated into the show that is mainly made up of Evil Dead 1 and 2. There's some new things. I mean, you can't keep everything the same, obviously, because it would be a 3-hour play if you did. So it's kind of these 5 college students go to this empty cabin in the woods, think they're going to have a good weekend, and they become demon-possessed by some unknown force.
What is your character?
My character plays the fiance of the daughter of the man who owns the cabin. It's a little bit complicated there. So this man, he owns the cabin. His daughter is coming to see him because he's made some discoveries in his current study, which is the Necronomicon. So she has found some pages that he's been needing to look at and to recite. So she is on her way along with me, whom I play her fiance, and we're going to the cabin to talked to her father about his recent findings and our recent findings within those pages. And things are already going really bad by the time we get there, and we kind of walk right into the middle of it. And my role is Ed Getley, the bit part. It's called Bit Part Demon. That's the song that I sing in the show, which is, it's not a large role, but it's very, very fun. It's a very fun role. It's a comedic role, so I get to have fun with it. I get to move around on stage and make faces, and it all works well. No matter what I do, I mean, it's going to work with that character for this part.
How is the process of getting the show together, all your rehearsals and everything, how has that been?
It's been the most wonderful experience of my life. I'm ashamed that I've not done this sooner, really, because it's been the most wonderful experience being in this cast. We've definitely grown to be a family. It's the best cast I've ever been a part of. And when I say a part of a cast, I do a lot of independent films and commercials and other projects that's produced film and digitally, but never a stage play. So this is the first time I've had the experience of rehearsal every day. It's been mostly 3 hours a night, 5 days a week, and it seems like a lot of time, but I don't want it to end now. Like Sunday's the end of the show, and I'm going to be depressed because we're a family now. It's just been so much fun. Everybody likes one another. We all get along well, and we have a lot of fun. There's a lot of work into it. Obviously, a lot of memorization. We had to learn our dances, and we had to learn them quickly. We had a weekend to learn our dances and memorization. I mean, it's just a lot of fun, though.
I've heard about the splatter zone. Could you tell me just a little bit about that?
Yeah, real quick. There's about 6 jets set up on one side of the stage, and I think at least 2 or 3 others throughout the stage. So I think a total of 9 jets that are just shoot blood up and over the stage onto the front row of the audience, and there's a specific splatter zone for that, of course. And then we all have blood packs, and we all have squibs and everything, and we try to purposely get our blood onto the people, onto the crowd as much as possible.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It is so much fun, very much fun.
Thank you. We'll be right back with an extended look at weather and David Gillum with Eagle Athletics.
For students pursuing a career in the medical health field, come check out the new MSU Share Building. The Share Building is located right below St. Clair Hospital on Fleming Avenue. This building will offer students the chance to further their understanding of medical health and prepare them for a future with state-of-the-art hands-on classes.
For students living both on and off campus, come check out the new POD store, located in Alumni Tower. POD store is a great way for students on campus to go grocery shopping without leaving campus, or for students looking for a place to spend flex dollars on drinks, snacks, and supplies. Remember, if you're by Alumni Tower, visit the POD store to the right of the catwalk for products on demand when you want them.
Welcome back to NewsCenter. I'm Haley Murphy. We'll take a more in-depth look at your weather now. As you can see, currently in Moorhead, around 61 degrees. A very overcast day outside. We've seen a little break of sunshine, but not too much. Humidity around 45% and some wind gusts at 17 miles per hour, so be on the watch for that. Take a look at your temperatures across the state. As you can see, around 60 degrees in London, 57 in Jackson, 61 in Lexington, 57 over in Ashland. Towards the western part, you can see 67 near Bowling Green, 64 in Louisville, and 63 in Frankfort, and coming in at 62 in Covington. Look at your radar across the state. Courtesy of WKYT, you can see some definite storms heading our direction. We won't see too many of them tonight, but we'll see more of them coming into later Friday evening and into Saturday morning as well. Definitely a lot of rain showers with them, and even the possibility of a little bit of a thunderstorm. You shouldn't see too much, but definitely be prepared for the rain. Take a look at your national radar. You can see the big storm mass coming towards us. We'll see more of its influence this weekend. A lot of it should stay north of us, but be prepared to expect a lot of rain and some showers associated with it. clearly cloud coverage. You can see it following that storm. We'll definitely see it bringing some wind with it and a lot of showers. Your temperatures across the nation, you can see around 73 degrees and 79 degrees in California, so a little bit warmer on that end. Take a look over towards us. You can see just south of us, mid-70s, so not too bad, but we're bringing in the mid-60s. So hopefully we'll see more of those temperatures as the week progresses, and even expect a warm-up next week. Tonight you can expect to see clear skies and a low of 49 degrees. Like I said, showers shouldn't make their way in tonight. We'll expect more of them tomorrow morning and into the rest of the weekend. Tomorrow, definitely expect those showers and a high of 52, so be prepared for that. We'll see showers throughout the day and definitely overcast skies, not too much sunshine coming through for the weekend. Take a look at your 5-day forecast. As you can see, tomorrow expect a high of 65 degrees and a low of 49 with definite showers across the state. Saturday, a high of 63 and a low of 44 and another overcast day. Sunday, you can expect a high of 59 and a low of 41. Another overcast day as well, with some showers could possibly come in around the evening time. Monday, a high of 67 and a low of 39, partly cloudy. And Tuesday, we're finally going to get a break from the rain and overcast with a high of 72 and a low of 48 and sunny skies. So you guys, about the weather, good birthday weather, huh?
Oh yeah, not looking forward to all the rain.
No, but temperatures won't be too bad. Hopefully next week it'll stay pretty warm and we'll see more of that, and hopefully into homecoming as well. Hopefully the showers stay away for a little while after this.
Yeah, homecoming, Halloween, all that's coming up. So.
I know, definitely not time for rain. All right, well, we'll go now to sports with David Gillum.
Your home for the Morehead State Eagles, this is NewsCenter Sports.
Afternoon, Adrena Anderson has the night off. Morehead State's volleyball team has a big weekend ahead of them as they will host two teams. MSU will host Southeast Missouri Redhawks Friday at 7 p.m. and UT Martin Skyhawks Saturday at 2 p.m. Friday's match is especially important as Southeast Missouri are also undefeated in OVC play and hold an 8-0 record. The Eagles hold the same record. Both visiting teams will be looking to avenge losses last season as MSU defeated Southeast Missouri in the semifinals of the OVC tournament and knocked off UT Martin in the championship match. This weekend, the Morehead State Rifle team will kick off their season in Jacksonville, Alabama against Jacksonville State and Columbus State. The Rifle team has a tough season ahead of them. In opener, Columbus State is currently ranked 16th nationally and has already shot in 5 events this fall. Jacksonville State has made several appearances in national championships and was in the top 8 in the country last season. The Rifle team has an optimistic coach, with Coach Walt Ribka stating, "This year's team is looking up. I'm very happy with the new crowd. They are doing remarkably well." The Eagles will host UT Martin on October 27th. Recently on NewsCenter's sister show, Sports Circle, our own Adrena Anderson had the pleasure of sitting down with the new men's basketball coach, Sean Woods. Here's a look.
Recently, you guys just started your first practice. I just would like to know what you guys did in the off season to prepare for this first practice and to prepare going into the season.
We try to implement our system of playing fast. And in order to do that the way I play, I give my guys a lot of freedom to make plays. So the main thing we had to do was get them in great shape, number one. And the main thing was to increase and improve their skill level. And the returners will be different from what you've ever seen at their career here at Morehead State. And then we've got some newcomers that can be some guys that can go down in history as some of the best, most talented players that ever play here at this university. So that's what we did, you know what I'm saying, from the start, from day one.
Coach Woods is very optimistic about the upcoming season. MSU will host Morehead Hysteria at Johnson Arena on October 25th at 7 p.m. The event is free of charge and will feature both MSU basketball teams as well as MSU cheerleaders. The men's basketball Eagles begin regular season play on November 9th versus LIU Brooklyn. And now it's time for NewsCenter's Eagle Sports Trivia. Today's question is, which senior women's golf player set the league record for the most times awarded OVC Golfer of the Week? Is it Marissa Camelgam, Linnea Skolin, Katie Rice, or Vanessa Bognot? Guys, what do you think?
I'm going to go with A, Marissa Camelgam.
I think it's C, Katie Rice.
I think it's B.
Well, one of you is exactly right, and that person is Haley. The answer is A, she won the Ohio Valley Conference Women's Golfer of the Week. She claimed her honors at the 10-team F&M Bank APSU Intercollegiate in Clarksville, Tennessee. At the collegiate level, she now owns 6 tournament wins, 16 top 5 finishes, and 23 top 10 efforts. So she is definitely leading the Lady Eagles in the golf team.
For sure.
So yeah, guys, how do y'all feel about the homecoming game coming up? We got a nice little match against the Campbellsville University Camels. So we're all neck and neck with the record. How do y'all think it's going to turn out?
I'm excited. I think we're going to win. It's homecoming. We have to win.
We have to win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With all the alumni support coming in there, those stands should be packed and the energy should be flowing at Jane Stadium. So we're looking forward to a good game there. And plus, I think it's going to be a tough matchup with both the 8-0 records. But I think our Eagles are going to come out on top. So good job. All right.
They have to.
We'll be right back after the break.
Seven, 7838747.
Who are you?
Need a ride? Need a ride? Next time, call the MSU van, 783-8747. We're happy to help.
Do you wish there was somewhere you could go for all your university-related purchases? Did you know that there is? The University Bookstore, located on the first floor of ADUC, has all of your answers. They have school supplies, art supplies, university apparel, and of course, textbooks. Be sure to stop by and visit the University Bookstore today.
MSU student activities are collecting items for a 50-year time capsule. NewsCenter's Adam Black has more.
In celebration of the 125-year anniversary for MSU, student activities along with SGA are putting together a 50-year time capsule. Mike Esposito, coordinator of student activities, says it is a great way to show the future what Moorhead was like in 2012.
Sort of tell students 50 years in the future what Moorhead State was like in 2012. It's always interesting when you open a time capsule and you get a glimpse into the past. And we thought that would be a nice thing to do for them, and it'd be a nice thing for our students currently to do, to gather up the materials that they will give to their grandkids 50 years in the future.
Esposito says they chose a 50-year time capsule so current students will be able to come back to see it opened.
All of our students now will be in their 70s, and it'd be nice to bring Grandpa back and say, or Grandma back and say, wow, look at this stuff that you put in there. Tell us more about that. You'll be able to interact with history. 25 years was too short a time. I thought 100 years was too long, but 50 seemed to be, just perfect.
Student Activities has received many different types of items for the time capsule, including shirts, photos, and campaign buttons. Esposito says that the time capsule isn't just for MSU students, but for the community as well.
Time capsules for everyone. We have invited the mayor and the city council and the county judge executive to put things in. We, of course, want as much input that students want to provide.
MSU student Angela Dehart says that her student organization is planning to participate in the time capsule.
In a student organization called SEED, or Students Empowering Exceptional Individuals, and we are planning, or hoping to put in the time capsule, a copy of our mission statement, membership list of our original members who founded our organization, and possibly a photo.
DeHart says it's important for them because they want their organization to succeed in the future.
We want future generations to see how Seed started, and hopefully in years to come our organization will continue.
Reporting for NewsCenter, Adam Black.
Esposito says that there currently isn't a confirmed site for the time capsule, and it most likely will be buried in the spring.
Dr. Andaloro is currently working on a documentary that focuses on obesity. Brianna Perry has more on the project.
Obesity is an issue in America, and Dr. Andaloro discusses why this topic is an issue and why she focuses on it with her new documentary.
The work that I'm working on now is going to be a short documentary on health in Appalachia, and what we're doing with it is a mentoring system. We have a student mentor who's going to be sitting down with several students who have some health issues that have arisen from eating improperly, improper exercise. The issue of obesity or being overweight or even being underweight is really important to our area because it causes a lot of other health-related problems, particularly diabetes.
Haley Dyer, an understudy, talks about the main goal and the purpose of this documentary, as well as how she hopes this feature will help students learn more about the issue.
We hope that they will learn proper ways to eat healthier and to also do it at a low cost.
Haley Dyer gives tips for students on how to eat healthy and stay in shape.
Just try to not eat out so much, and if you do have to eat out, try to eat the healthier items on the menu. Also, try to work out at the rec center as much as you can, just because that's a beautiful facility and we should definitely use it to our advantage.
Students that are interested in learning more about the topic or want to work on the documentary, contact Dr. Andaloro or contact Haley Dyer. Reporting for NewsCenter, I am Brianna Perry.
Reach Dr. Andaloro at 783-2714 or email her at a.andaloro@moorheadstate.edu.
For students wishing to travel a little further from home for their studies, MSU has some good news. Chris Nolan Ingham took a deeper look at the program.
2 weeks ago, MSU hosted the annual Study Abroad Fair for students interested in international studies. NewsCenter spoke with Professor Denise Watkins to talk about some of the programs and what they offer.
If you're interested in studying abroad, we have a variety of programs, variety of courses. We have some countries you can go to that are English speaking, some that are foreign language speaking, but you don't have to know the language. There's enough people on the site that can get you where you need to go, so that if that's a concern, doesn't need to be.
Watkins explains that not only do participants get the experience of traveling abroad and immersing themselves in a new environment, they also receive credit hours to be applied to their course of study. 6 credit hours for summer programs and 12 to 15 credit hours for full semester programs.
Some of the courses can fit into your major or may fit into your major. We have everything from nursing to arts to psychology to business to journalism to theater, which is what I'm teaching, fashion history. So that it really runs the gamut. Some courses may fit into your general education requirements.
Programs range in cost from around $3,000 to $5,000 for summer programs and from $6,000 to $9,000 for full semester programs. For students interested in studying abroad but finding the cost a bit much, you shouldn't let that stop you, as there are both financial aid and scholarships available to qualified students.
It really is a bargain, and most of you all are young. In a few years, you're going to have spouses and families and jobs. You're not going to be able to take 4 or 5 weeks off to go abroad for such a life-changing experience. So do it now. Do it now while you can.
Students who are interested but still unsure if the program is right for them still have some time to decide. The deadline for application is at the beginning of the spring semester.
The deadline for the KEYS program is February 15th. Those are your non-English speaking countries. But the early deadline is January 20th, and you'll get a $100 discount if you apply by that date.
Reporting for NewsCenter, I'm Chris Nolan Ingham.
For more information, contact Dr. Adrian Manzi at 783-7298 or visit kiis.org. On behalf of Haley Murphy with weather, David Gillum with sports, and the rest of the News Center team, I'm Don Young.
And I'm Nina Connell, and I'd like to wish Don a happy birthday, and everybody else have a great evening.
Thanks, Nina.